I've been fortunate to spend a lot of time recently with the all-new 2023 Toyota Sequoia. First the capstone model, and now this TRD Pro. And I like it enough that it's really got me thinking, should I buy one of these? And part of that equation is, should I buy the TRD Pro? Because I really like the TRD Pro model, but it's got a sticker price of about $80,000. So the question is this worth $80,000? In today's video, I'm gonna try to help answer that question. The Sequoia is available in 5 different trim levels: the SR5, Limited, Platinum, TRD Pro, and Capstone model. And the TRD Pro and the Capstone are kind of the same level in terms of price, with the Capstone being more of your top-end luxury model, whereas the TRD Pro model is more off-road oriented. And this is also probably the model that's gonna be more appealing to Toyota enthusiasts like myself. It's got a number of aesthetic differences that separate it from the rest of the lineup, and then it's also got some mechanical differences. From a mechanical standpoint, it does come standard with 4-wheel drive. It's also got Toyota's multi-terrain select system with 4 different traction control modes for both 4 low and 4 high to improve traction in off-road settings. It's got crawl control, hill descent control, and an electronic locking rear differential. It's also got the 360-degree camera system with the multi-terrain monitor. And so you've got a front view camera, rear view camera. The mirrors both have cameras that look forward and backward to give you side views. And then we also get a camera under the front axle to show you the placement of the tires. So if there's a log or rocks or some other obstacle, you're gonna be able to kind of see that image under the vehicle to place those front tires. We also get the Fox 2.5-inch shocks, so they're more off-road focused, and they also lift the vehicle a little bit when compared with that standard Sequoia. So the standard Sequoia's got 8.6 inches of ground clearance. The TRD Pro has 9.1. We also get a TRD Pro front skid plate, as well as a TRD Pro front stabilizer bar. Now from an aesthetic standpoint, starting up here at the front, we've got these accent pieces on the hood with the TRD Pro lettering. We've got the Toyota Heritage grille, so it's got the Toyota lettering and the integrated Raptor lights, as well as an integrated LED light bar. Black accent on the bumper down below here, and that's one thing you'll see on the TRD Pro is that instead of having chrome accents or brushed aluminum, most of the accents are going to be black or body colored. We get the premium LED headlights, and then we also get unique fender flares that have kind of a camo etched pattern, kind of hard to see in the video. And then we've also got integrated marker lights. You also see here at the rear that we've got the marker lights integrated into the rear fender flares. And then again on the back, we've got some of the more black accents. We also get the TRD Pro dual exhaust down here, which sounds awesome, a lot better than your standard exhaust. And then we also get a set of 18-inch BBS forged wheels with a set of 33-inch Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires. This model is also equipped with the optional TRD Pro roof rack up here, as well as the TRD side steps. The interior of the TRD Pro is very similar to the rest of the Sequoia lineup, but it does come very heavily loaded with luxury and tech features. And then it's got a number of accents to just kind of give it a more unique feel. One of the best features are these upgraded seats. They're Softex material, so similar to what you're gonna get on some of the more premium SR5 and Limited models, but they're unique to the TRD Pro with a cool camo pattern, the TRD Pro lettering embossed on the seat back, and some red stitching. And that red stitching is carried throughout the rest of the cabin as well. You also see inside that the accent colors are much darker. So we've got some really dark silvers, dark grays, and then a few other accents with the steering wheel here having the TRD lettering, the red stripe at the top. That matches the shifter, which also has the TRD lettering and that red stripe. We've got the red ignition switch, gas and brake pedal have aluminum covers on them, and then we've also got the Toyota lettering over here on the passenger dash. To answer the question on price, I think it comes down to 3 smaller questions. The first one is, how does the TRD Pro price compare with other Sequoia models? Secondly, how does it compare with the pricing on other Toyota and Lexus models that are similar? And then thirdly, how does the price compare with similar models from other manufacturers? In comparing the TRD Pro with other Sequoia models, I feel like it's only fair to look at the SR5 and the Limited models. And the reason for that is that both of those are available with the optional TRD off-road package, which give you much of the same off-road capability that we get with this TRD Pro, while the Platinum and the Capstone models are not available with that package. Now, starting off with the SR5 model, if you want to get an SR5 equipped with 4-wheel drive and the TRD off-road package, and you want to kind of stick at the base level in terms of features, you're looking at about $65,000. If you get a pretty heavily loaded SR5 model, that's going to bring that price up to $68,000. So you've got a range of $65,000 to $68,000. Definitely not getting as many luxury and tech features and added benefits as you're getting with this TRD Pro model. But if what you're really looking for is that capability, it does offer much of what you're getting with the TRD Pro, and in general, you're still getting a pretty comparable vehicle. The limited model adds a few more of the luxury and tech features that we get with this TRD Pro, and it really narrows that gap in terms of what you're adding with the TRD Pro. With that, you're getting a range of about $70,000 for a more base model of the limited, or $72,000 for a more heavily loaded limited. That's in comparison to this TRD Pro model sitting at almost $80,000. And so you're paying quite a bit more, between about $15,000 to $8,000, depending on if you're comparing the SR5 or the limited model to the Platinum. So it's a big difference in price for sure. I would say that in general, looking at a big picture, it makes the TRD Pro look very expensive. Maybe not worth it in terms of price when compared with that SR5 Unlimited model. The reasons that you might still consider the Pro when compared with those models is, first of all, you can't get those models in the Solar Octane Orange. So if you're looking for the unique TRD Pro color of the year, that would be a reason to consider it. Another reason is that with the TRD Pro, you're getting some really nice accent touches in terms of aesthetics. And those are things you're not gonna get on those other models. So for example, if you really like this wheel package, or you really like the camo etching on the fender flares, or the marker lights, or the heritage grille up front, if those little details matter a lot to you, again, those other models aren't coming with that, and so that's where this really differentiates itself. The other thing that I think really differentiates it is that it is the TRD Pro model. So it's the halo model of the lineup. If you want kind of that status symbol, and then also when it comes time to maybe upgrade to another vehicle down the road or to sell it, I feel like a lot of people are looking for the TRD Pro, and so that may also give you some advantage in terms of resale value. Comparing the TRD Pro with its competition, there's basically 3 different models from other manufacturers that I'd say are pretty comparable. And the TRD Pro definitely looks to be on the higher end in terms of price. The first one is the Chevy Tahoe Z71, which has a price range of about $66,000 up to $80,000. Then we've got the GMC Yukon AT4, which has a price range of $73,000 to $80,000. And then lastly, the Ford Expedition Timberline, which has a price range of about $72,000 up to $83,000. And so with the starting price on the TRD Pro being just under that $80,000 mark, it definitely puts it at that higher end compared with that competition. I'd say apples to apples, that definitely would say that this maybe is not worth it in terms of price, except for one reason, and that is if you're looking for this right here, the Toyota badge. One great thing about Toyotas is that they do have really strong resale value, and I anticipate that that will be very true with the TRD Pro Sequoia. And so down the road, even though you're paying a lot for it up front, there's a good chance that it's going to cost you less long term. And then likewise, Toyota also has a really great reputation for long-term reliability and durability. And that's one of the main reasons that a lot of people are willing to pay more for a Toyota up front. If you're looking at spending $80,000 on a Toyota SUV, it's probably worth cross-shopping the Sequoia with... If you're looking at spending $80,000 on a Toyota SUV, it's probably worth cross-shopping the Sequoia with other similar SUV models within the Toyota and Lexus lineup. And there's 3 options in particular that I think are worth considering. First one is the smaller Toyota 4Runner, which has a starting price of about $40,000. It is smaller, so if you need a full-size SUV, that may not be the vehicle for you. It's also less refined, it's got fewer luxury and tech features, and it's less powerful, but it's also more off-road capable because of its smaller size. Similar to the 4Runner, but a step toward the Sequoia, is the Lexus GX 460, which is based on the same platform as the 4Runner. It does have an upgraded V8 engine that's more powerful, and it's also more refined with additional luxury and tech features when compared with that 4Runner. Once again, though, it's smaller, it is less refined, it's got fewer luxury and tech features than the Sequoia, and it is less powerful, but once again, more off-road capable. Now, if you do need a full-size SUV, there's one option to consider against the Sequoia within the Toyota Lexus lineup, and that is the Lexus LX600, which is based on the same platform as the global Toyota Land Cruiser that's no longer sold here in the United States. The LX600, though, has a starting price of about $91,000, so quite a bit more expensive than the Sequoia TRD Pro. Interestingly, both of those models are based on the same platform as the all-new Toyota Tundra, but the Tundra is available with 2 different powertrains. It's got a standard 3.4-liter twin-turbo 6-cylinder, and then the same engine with a hybrid component. On the Tundra, the hybrid model is sold as a more expensive option, Interestingly, on the LX600, you get that base engine, and on the Sequoia, you get the more expensive hybrid engine. So this vehicle is actually more powerful and more fuel efficient than the LX600. The LX600 is probably going to be a little bit more refined. It certainly has more of that luxury status symbol when compared with the TRD Pro, and it probably has a few additional luxury and tech features and just treatments inside that you're not going to get, again, in this TRD Pro. But the TRD Pro is still pretty heavily loaded, and it's got a very nice interior design. From an appearance standpoint, I actually like this more. So this question is really going to come down to what you need in a vehicle. If off-road capability is what you're after and you don't need a full-size SUV, the 4Runner and the GX460, I would say, are much better values. But if you need a full-size SUV and you're stuck on getting a Toyota vehicle, the TRD Pro is a value when compared with that LX600. So is the TRD Pro worth its $80,000 price tag? It's a hard question to answer. I'd say that in terms of looking at it compared with other Sequoia models, probably not. The SR5 and the Limited are definitely better values. In comparing it with similar models from competition, I'd say that it's definitely on that pricier side, and maybe it's not worth it. But if you want a Toyota vehicle, then obviously this is going to be the way to go. And then lastly, comparing it with other Toyota models, if you're looking to get something that's really off-road capable and you don't need a full-size SUV, you're probably better off with the 4Runner or the Lexus GX460. But if you do need a full-size SUV and you want a Toyota, this is a value when compared with that LX600. Love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. And for more videos of the all-new Sequoia, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.